Hello, Jeremy from Rhodeswood in Harrogate in the United Kingdom, which is not in London. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. So, I want to share with you some of the things that go into our suits and the various levels of both ready to wear and made to measure tailoring that we offer. And let me clarify one thing. Um, this word bespoke, in my humble opinion, is much overused. I'm seeing now signs with bespoke barber and bespoke gardener. So just a buzzword that people are using to add some level of premium. In the old way, bespoke means that you are drafting a pattern for an individual. Now, made to measure, people sometimes are confusing that with ready to wear, or they don't know all the options that they can have in made to measure. It's still made from the ground up. We might be using a block pattern, of which we have many, and adapting and swinging the pattern for figuration, sway figures, drop shoulders, full chest, whatever. But it's built from the ground up, and we do it in a couple of ways. Our minimum standard is what's called half canvassed. So on most high street suits, you'll get what's known as a floating chest piece, which is a piece of canvas in the chest, which you can put your hand up. This canvas comes half the way down the coat, but it goes all the way across the lapel, and it's patch stitched. And it gives it, and if you turn the lapel over, you can see the padding behind there. And it just gives it a lovely roll. Should never be a crease down a lapel, and it helps it to spring back. So that's half canvassed. The bottom part is skinned or fused, and that's our standard make. We always do horn buttons. You can have hand buttonholes on this. You can have all the edges. You can have it sartorially stitched all over down every seam, which is done by a machine, which is called an AMF machine. And the difference between an AMF machine, it's a needle that passes through both sides of the cloth. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. If you measured it, it would be absolutely equal. A hand stitch, well, it's not equal. It's slightly off because it's done by hand, and the needle goes in and out at an angle. And the idea of it originally was to sort of stabilize the lapel and stop it rolling, but you couldn't see it. A tailor that could really sew very well, you wouldn't see it. And it was often given then to more junior tailors because it became a feature and people wanted to see it. Well, that's what our tailor told me. We then go to a full canvas, and this is a garment we make in Italy. Everyone that's works at this workshop. It's not a brand name. It's not. It's not something with a big marketing spend behind it, which is, with lots of advertising, which only can drive the price up. This is a small artisan unit. This is full canvassed and all hand worked. So inside there is no fusing whatsoever. You've got a beautifully soft canvas. This garment will caress you. Very soft shoulder line, and we can do a natural shoulder line as well. Hand buttonholes. All the buttonholes are stitched by hand. All the edges are stitched by hand. The collar's done by hand. The pockets are put in. There's a lot of handwork in this garment. You're up there with the Brioni, Keaton kind of feel. It's a glorious garment to wear, but we also do a very small amount of ready to wear from them. And this brings me to another point of, why doesn't your ready to wear have working buttons? Well, not everyone comes in the same size. Often that somebody may want a sleeve lengthening, they may want a sleeve shortening, half an inch, 3/4 of an inch. And if you look at this garment here, because people say, oh, it should be done from the shoulder, that to me again isn't necessarily true. If you look at the way the sleeve's been put in, and the checks map beautifully, so from the sleeve head across the chest the checks match beautifully. Now, if you shorten this from the shoulder, which means taking out the sleeve, recutting it, fitting it, and you move it up half an inch, those checks no longer match. And to me, that's a 3,000 something pounds jacket ready to wear. You've kind of ruined it because they're not matching. So we always want to do it from the bottom. Now, another pet hate, and I think is short cutting, is when, the tailor shortens it and the buttons are right on the edge or close to the edge. It just looks out of balance and wrong. So the way we do it, we take off the buttons, we strip out the shams, we shorten the cuff, alter the vent, and we move the buttons up accordingly and replace the shams by hand so that it looks as such. On the make to measures, then working hole is an option, and we usually do hand buttonholes. Sorry, those are all hand buttonholes, nice and tight, lovely and firm. No white showing through or bits of cloth. We always call sloppy buttonholes crushed beetles. Well, they are very good, very tight hand buttonholes, fully canvas garment, very clean. And then this one is the same sort of hand canvassing, but with a lot more handwork in. There is more engineering to this. This one is, well, I think as good as it comes in a full canvassed made-to-measure system. So that's some of our tailoring. I hope that's of interest to you and something to watch out for, because not all of you can shop with us and visit us. And we were very, very humbled and flattered today that somebody travelled all the way from California and stopped off en route to come and see us. But wherever you're shopping in the world, ask the question, if it's a check, how are you going to shorten it? What will you do? Oh, we'll shorten it from the shoulder. Well, look at that check spacing. Will it match? Better if they're going to do it from the bottom and move the shams up. The reason that we don't do the hand buttonholes on a ready to wear is, you can't. That's already cut. You can't be shortening it and moving those up because the buttonholes are already in. So that's the reason. Is it the mark of a good suit? No, not really. That doesn't have hand buttonholes. That is an absolutely outstanding garment. But it's a sign of a good suit. And I think it's become one of those buzz things that people say, oh, it's got working holes, it's bespoke, it's this, that, and the other. It's a working hole cuff. You can do it by machine. It's not rocket science. For me, it's not a deal breaker. This suit that I've got on is a ready to wear from us. There are shams they don't undo. I don't need to undo them. And even on a working cuff, that's my own blazer, I never undo the bottom button. Occasionally, maybe if I've been showing a customer and I've left it that way, but they're always done up. So while we're on buttonholes, people sometimes ask for the bottom buttonhole to be in a highlight colour, or the lapel hole to be in the buttonhole rather to be in a highlight colour. Can we do it? Yes, of course. It's not rocket science. Do we advise it? My humble opinion is the cheaper end of the trade are doing it to flash a suit up, flash cuffs where it's a different colour inside. We did it, I think, 15, 20 years ago. It was a bit of fun. I'm over it. I think the cut of the suit and the cloth and the drape should speak for itself. Understated, it should speak volumes. Putting on coloured buttonholes, can it be done? Yes, of course it can. But it's your suit. You can do what you want with it. If you asked my advice, no. I think it's something that, with my OCD, if I had an orange buttonhole, I've got to wear an orange tie. Well, I don't want to wear an orange tie all the time, so it's a bit limiting. And I don't like it. I think it cheapens. I'm going to come out with it. It cheapens the look of what could be a beautiful suit. But yeah, you do what you wish. But if you in the comments you said to me, would you do a coloured buttonhole? No, I wouldn't. Just to tone. And buttons always horn, and again to tone. I like some mottling in them, No two horn buttons are the same. It's a natural product, so we can pick out lighter or darker. This has got, you know, gilt buttons as it's a blazer. You can have initials done inside on the lining. We always do turn back collars underneath, and again you can see the patch stitching in that. Me hiding a pin. If you turn over a revere and you can see all these little indentations, you know that it's been canvassed or padded. Sometimes, as we've said, just a half canvas, but the shop or the tailors should be honest with you and tell you what it is, because often what you pay for in a high quality suit you don't see, you feel. You know, with this on this side, it's just a suit. It's got the base stitches in. This is a cross section that we had done for the window, but inside you've got this beautifully soft canvas, no fusing in there whatsoever. But when you put that garment on, it will caress you. It will feel wonderful. So you often don't see sometimes what you're paying for until you try it. So I hope that's of help, and thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe.